My name is John Schamberger, founder and CEO of Millionaires and Training's only brand. A lot of people was asking, who is the man behind the brand? Well, I was born and raised in a small town, Chester, Pennsylvania. At the age of 16, I started a group called the Family Group, where we help teens in the community to be positive. One of the ways we did was to raise money was to have car wash, we had dances, and we also sold bean pies in order to make money. In 1978, I was encouraged by my mentor at that particular time, Mr. Bill Robinson, to go to one of the top 10 trade schools in the United States, which was Thaddeus Stevenson Trade School in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. There, I ventured off into advertisement, business, and printing. During that time at Thaddeus Stevenson Trade School, I started a group called SAB Businessmen Association, strictly about business. After Thaddeus Stevenson's, I got hired at one of the largest printing companies in the United States, Dowling Printing Companies, where y'all can remember the old TV guide where they had the round back, and then we came out with the square back there. I was head of my department at Dowling Printing Company. In 1983, I ventured into Los Angeles. There in Los Angeles in 1988, I seen an opportunity to become part of one of the largest black business expos in the country, the Los Angeles Black Business Expo, started by the one and only Barbara Lindsay, who started out with only 50 vendors and ended up with over 600, and I was very proud to be part of that. During my time there at the Los Angeles Black Business Expo, I became their Networker of the Year. And what's funny about that, in my third year, I didn't win in my first year, I won in the second year, but in my third year, I was getting ready to win it again before Ernestine Dixon came up to me and said, "John, what are you doing?" I said, "Well, what you mean when I'm doing? I'm ready to win again." She said, "You can't win again, they're going to think it's rigged because you're part of the staff." So I was happy to be known that I was part of the staff at that particular time. There, still at the Black Business Expo, Barbara introduced me to an icon in the Los Angeles community, Mr. Harold Hambrick. He also was vice president of United Health Plan, who was the title sponsor of the Los Angeles Black Business Expo. There, me and Harold went everywhere. He took me underneath his wings. We went to celebrity houses. Everywhere he went, he took me. And if I needed something, all I had to do was just pick up the phone, and he's right there for me. So, I will never forget him. And to me, he's my only coach. And may he rest in peace. In 2013, I'm back in my hometown, Chester, Pennsylvania. I started the first business expo there because I seen they did not have anything that featured black businesses. They had festivals, but they did not feature businesses in the community. At my church, Asbury Amy Church, at that particular time is where my first expo was held, and people said it wasn't going to be done. It wasn't, people wasn't going to come out after Black Friday. Well, God proved them wrong. I had over 20 vendors, and over 250 people came through at that particular time, and they really didn't know exactly who I was, or they knew they liked the name Millionaires in Training. After that, I had another vision. Since we were the first ninth grade to go into the new high school, Chester High School, I wanted to have it there. And God blessed me in 2016 to have my vision come to light and have my expo there, where it was very successful. Also there was Rosetta Carter, who was the president of the National Congress of Black Women of the Delco chapter, where she came to me and said, "John, I'd like to honor you with the C.W. Dolores Tucker Award." I was very honored in this set. A lot of people want to know exactly what is the mission of Millionaires in Training's only brand. Well, the mission is to provide an educational resource and network platform for businesses to showcase their products and services through Millionaires in Training Radio, Millionaires in Training events, and also through Millionaires in Training groups. And then within my groups, I have over 800 members, and I have about 11 groups. I had stopped counting in different states. One of the goals and objectives of Millionaires in Training was to create a brand name logo that uplifts the mind of every man and woman worldwide. Let me repeat that again. To uplift the mind of every man and woman worldwide. Because who said you can't become a millionaire? Everybody can say you become a basketball player, but who said you can't become a millionaire? It's all up in the mind. One of the business philosophies that we have at Millionaires Training's only brand is for every business owner to conceive and believe and achieve the goal of their businesses. So that is what Millionaires Training is all about. That is what John Schamberger's is all about. And if you would like to become a sponsor of Millionaires in Training only brand, just inbox me on Facebook, or you can send me an email at schamberger.john@yahoo.com. And if you'd like to advertise on Millionaires Training Radio, which is a proud sponsor of the Tammy Collins McKee radio show, please inbox me at schamberger.john@yahoo.com, where we have a bunch of fabulous guests. We just did legendary Dionne Ward, cool, and we did Cool in the Game, Matthew Noel, Beyonce Dad, and a host of other celebrities. We have some powerful networking speakers at Pat Rogers. We had Dr. Renee Sunday. We had Kimberly Frazier. And we also have the legendary George Frazier. Also, we just had LaTangela Crossfield, who is a radio host of Love Manifesto, and a host of other that the names just haven't come to me at this particular time. So this is John Schamberger, founder and CEO of Millionaires Trainings Only. And remember, whatever your mind can conceive and believe, you certainly can achieve.